muscular group of men. You go find them, you throw your arms around them, you give them a big kiss on the mouth.
This is PTR Radio.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of PTR Radio here on the fabulous interweb. That's right. We have now done 2 weeks in a row. It is amazing. But we have. So, you know, no holidays in the way, no sickness in the way, no events in the way, you know, no trips to Disneyland in the way. So we'll see. We'll see if we can do it again in another couple weeks.
We'll try.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, just because it's something I am a pendant. Anyway, world, not land.
Okay. Well, you know, I don't know which ones you're visiting when. You never know. You may make a change. You could go to
not ever in living memory been to Disneyland.
Well, then maybe it's time for a trip. Maybe Euro Disney is your next adventure, or Disney Tokyo. I don't know.
Never can tell.
It's just none of those make financial sense.
Since when has financial sense ever played a factor in this podcast? Never in the history of ever.
He's not wrong.
You know?
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
just say, when you're a DVC owner and you have an annual pass to Disney World, it's actually at that point sunk cost.
But you actually told me you could trade your credits for credits at other parks and other things, if I remember a conversation correctly.
Technically, there is a DVC at Disneyland, but my annual pass does not work.
Okay, but you know, you could. Maybe you know, I don't know. Maybe you go crazy. I mean, you went on a Disney cruise?
Nope.
Okay.
I cruise only on Royal Caribbean.
All right. Well, I'm out of ideas then. If there's a Disney space shuttle, will you go on it? I mean, everybody else has got one.
If there's a space shuttle that I could afford to be on, I don't care who makes it, yes, I'll be on.
Okay. There you go. There you go. If Bob Iger takes control of Disney back over again, we'll have a Disney.
I would just like to remind Colin that they sent a Pinto into space in the last Fast and Furious movie, so don't say if there's any shuttle that you can afford to be on.
Yeah, because he didn't say he had to come back.
On the Ford Pinto.
That's true. A Ford includes my life.
So, you know.
Not just money.
I mean, he did just say that he could go into space. He didn't say anything about coming back.
I'm
including
sure
that
the folks
in
on the submarine thought that they were coming back too.
Yeah,
but
I mean, you know, they gave their trust into a PlayStation controller. I mean, he had a backup one.
Hey, it was Xbox.
I thought it was PlayStation. I thought it was a DualShock.
No, I'm pretty sure it was because the Xbox ones are actually supported directly by Windows, or Linux for that matter. Where PlayStation requires a very janky driver.
All right. Well, as long as it wasn't the old school ColecoVision ones, you know, because I would not want to know the number code that he would have to type in. That would be a problem. Or the little slip of cellophane you'd have to put in for the different games. I mean, that was really a pain in the ass.
That was in television.
Yeah, Coleco in television, same company.
No.
Yes.
In television was Mattel.
Well, I had a ColecoVision that did the exact same damn thing.
I think you're lying. ColecoVision.
No. I had it had the little knob on top, and then it had the telephone dial pad on the bottom.
Oh, yeah. What was the one that had the joystick that did not return the center on itself? It's like had a
but the ColecoVision controller, did that actually have? I guess it had things that slid up over the number pad. I guess.
Yeah, it did.
Okay,
I know because I lost them all the time.
All right. And television didn't even have a joystick. It just had a disc.
Yeah. So, no, I had
Anyway.
I had the
All right.
Coleco. Yeah. I even had the expansion slot thing that let it to Atari games. So, you know. Oh, anyway, later on in the show, we will be reviewing Mike's pick of the movie. We went out of order, and Mike said, "Hey guys, there's a movie I've been dying to watch, and I want to move it to the top of the queue because I can't wait until you guys watch this. I'm so excited because it features my favorite, genre of music." And, if you want to, you can even watch it in Japanese with English subtitles because, that's how he rolls.
Or you can watch the sing-along version.
Yeah. So, Mike watched both. That's how much he loves it.
I can't escape these damn songs.
So he will be taking lead when we review K-pop demon hunter slayer cartoon people. So, yes. That will be coming up towards the end of the show. And I did not pull the ripcord on that. So, better than last week.
Well, listen, we'll get to it.
Yep.
Some
All right.
shit.
But until
We'll
then,
get to it.
before the show, Mike asked me how construction is going. And, earlier...
'Cause I haven't hated myself yet today.
Early on, we made the mention that there's no fiscal mistake that we can't make with this show, and boy howdy, because technically I could retire in about 4 years, all right, but because of this
Before this expansion.
yeah, before this expansion, I could have. Now, it's probably going to be more like 40 years that I can retire, but that. Whatevs. At least I'll have a home. At least I'll have a home.
Walking around. Yeah, people be walking around the cemetery and hear this click, 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 click. What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Shaggy. He's still in his coffin.
Don't worry. I'll still be attending WebEx meetings. It'll be okay. But yeah. So the project, would be going a touch better if they would show up and perform work. That would I really feel like Tom Hanks in the Money Pit at this point. All right. And it has been this way over and over and over and over again. For the longest time, we just had a hole in the backyard, where grass used to be. And then suddenly we had a foundation, and so we felt this urge of, the success that, hey, foundation. And then we had a floor, and then it sat like that for like 2-3 weeks. And then suddenly we had walls, and then we had like a structure of a roof. And so it's been like this hurry up and wait. And, so like the last time I saw them was last Wednesday. And they're at the point now where they put paint on the walls, which is great. And the shower's almost finished. Just come and do the trim and put the cabinets and the sinks and the toilets and the floor done. And then we'll be finished. Just finish. Just finish. All right. Like you come here and work for like 2 weeks and you'll be done. And then I can pay you the rest of the money. And then you can go do whatever you want to do. Just finish. Because right now, I got crap everywhere. We've been living in a construction zone since May. So I got bathroom cabinets in my basement. I got furniture in my living room that's destined for the bedroom. I got I got food and pans that are destined for a pantry in the garage. So there's just stuff everywhere. And please finish. Please come here tomorrow. I beg you, please come here tomorrow and work. I don't want to have to do this all myself. So, Mike, that's how it's going.
I'm sorry, bro. If there was any way that I could get there to help, I would. I mean, I got a nail gun. I got a saw.
And that's the kind of sad thing is it's down to the point where I could probably finish it myself, but I feel like I shouldn't have to.
Yeah, I get that part. Maybe. Well, okay. So here's a potential upshot. Maybe you'll wind up on like Hot Bench, and you can pimp out PTR Radio during Hot Bench.
Maybe. I mean, Mike Holmes works out of Canada, so I'm not going to end up on a Holmes on Holmes.
Oh,
so
and you don't want that, because from what I hear, like, did you hear the whole thing about the Mike Holmes approved houses that were falling apart?
No.
Yes.
Right.
That's several years ago.
Now, yeah, allegedly he had no idea that his company had signed this deal with this developer, and the developer basically built crap houses to the point where some people had to have their house condemned and had a new house built.
Ooh.
Now, when Mike Holmes heard about this, and the houses were sold as Mike Holmes certified.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, needless to say, he was pissed.
Never put your name on something. That's what I know.
Never put your name on something unless it's a stripper.
That's a bad thing. It's like I actually have lost some weight lately, thanks to the new medicine regimen and a huge change in diet and everything else. So I'm down. If the scale is to be believed, I'm down a little over 30 pounds. But I do not know that I believe the scale. I think the scale is a liar. So
always believe the scale.
So I think the scale lies.
When the scale is in your favor, believe the scale. No. Otherwise, they lie.
No,
they're not lying. No.
So
that's good, man.
But I had this thought. I've always thought, well, you know what? My wife got a tattoo when she turned 50, and I always thought, I wish I hit some type of life goal where it was meaningful enough for me to get a tattoo, because I've always kind of thought, I want something, because I don't mind tattoos as long as they're, meaningful and they're tasteful, So I've kind of been thinking, okay, if I hit 100 pounds lost, then I would, finally go through and do a tattoo. So, so I've been like trying to come up with what the design might be. So that's my goal, is to lose 100 pounds. Because at that point, I'll be at a weight I haven't been since I was like a freshman in high school. So, but it'll be a healthy weight. It won't be a ridiculously skinny weight. It'll just be a healthy weight. So that's my goal.
It's a good goal.
Yeah.
I think you can do it.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure I'm going to hit 100 pounds off, but I got a big chunk off. But I'm not doing a tattoo. But I'm also the kind of person, like, you give me a fancy notebook, I'll be there going, well, I can't draw on the notebook because it'll be drawn on. So that means it's the same problem of, if I got a tattoo, then,
Did you just call yourself a fancy notebook?
I'm saying if you can't give me a nice unmarked sheet of paper and have me feel a little bit cringy about putting a mark on that, then how are you expecting me to put a mark on my own skin?
here's the thing. I wish I had put this on the white sheet, but apparently there are doctors now that are actually turning deceased people's tattoos into wall art.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we talked about it at one point. I think we actually had a story about it.
I think so. Well, now I'm seeing it more and more now, and I guess maybe it's because there's also stuff popping up that composting human remains in New Jersey is now legal, which don't get your shovels out just yet, people. I mean, but I've joked with friends of ours who have the tattoo sleeves and all, like, okay, which one of your kids gets the arm in the will? So here's a way to look at it, Colin. If you were to get Disney-themed tattoos, like, let's just say you started with the first Pixar character and you got every Pixar lead, then you could donate yourself to Disney upon passing. So you are creating artwork to be displayed in Cinderella's castle. No?
I don't think you understand it's the if you drew on my arm with markers, I would be bugged until I can get that marker off my skin.
Oh, I would want to see. I would want to see Colin with a henna tattoo.
Well, yeah, that kind of it kind of begs the question, like, what would happen if you went to an Indian wedding, because it's pretty much tradition that you get henna tattoos for and sit on the floor.
It's not really a thing that I'm worried about having happen anytime soon. Okay. I'd deal, but I wouldn't be happy. Which is hilarious, the number of freckles I have.
Well, maybe they could just play connect the dots. You know, make. I don't know. Just like people are framing, deceased people's tattoos, people are also looking into insurance for their tattoos. Because you think about it, how much does it cost to get like a full sleeve, right?
Too much.
I mean, a ton, right? Well, what then happens if you're in some industrial accident and lose your arm? Where'd all that money go?
Because that's what people are worried about. I thought you were going to be like, well, they're insuring their tattoos this way when they start to fade, when I remember.
No, it's no different than like a hand model. What happens if a horrific accident takes her hand?
What? I got to imagine that it's more, you're still the majority of your losses, because you lost an arm, has nothing to do with whether it's tattooed or not. Maybe you get an extra $100 to have the kindergarten class draw on your replacement arm.
On your prosthetic? Oh, maybe you could just get it like hydro dipped. Whatever your fake arm,
That's possible.
There
you go. See, now you're thinking outside the box. It's an add-on. Your death and dismemberment policy.
So, but no, people are actually getting bespoke insurance policies to cover either replacement or which I don't know how you would replace it, coverage.
You can pay your artist to actually redraw the tattoo.
Maybe on the on the other arm or someplace
Mirror
else.
Image? No. If I had a full sleeve and I got into an accident and I lost this arm, I am not getting a full sleeve on this arm. I'm not tempting fate for somebody to come along from the heavens and say, yeah, you don't need that one either.
You think they spited you because you got a full sleeve? Is that the way that it works?
I
think it's more they slighted you.
It's a chance I'd rather not take. Let's put it that way.
Well, what if it
it works that way?
What if it was an accident, though? And say you were just at Walmart and you saw somebody there with their emotional support alligator.
I would say, see you later, alligator. I'm not going to be like, can I pet that dog? No.
Accidents happen. Accidents happen. And you'd say, hey, nobody has an emotional support alligator. And I'd say...
I would not say that.
Yes, they do.
I wouldn't say that because people are stupid when it comes to stuff like that.
And that opens us up to our first news story of the day. Walmart bans man's emotional support alligator after a customer complaint. Now, this customer didn't lose their arm, but, the man had been bringing in his emotional support alligator to this Pennsylvania Walmart, but a customer complained about the reptile, and now he's no longer able to bring it in.
I didn't even notice that it was Pennsylvania. I just automatically assumed if it was an emotional support alligator,
it was Florida. Yeah, I know. You do think, hey, this is Florida.
Emotional support alligators if we move to Pennsylvania? Come on.
Yep. Evidently, he's been going into the Walmart for about 3.5 years, and normally the reaction is, that's pretty cool, or that's awesome, you have a pet alligator. The owner, Silva, told the local outlet. However, despite no previous complaints, all it takes is one, and the unidentified shopper told WPXI that she was concerned about people's safety, especially the children, saying, I don't want to shop with alligators roaming the aisles. I don't plan on shopping there anymore.
Well, I can't blame her. I mean, up here in Jersey, there was a bear going through the Dollar Tree, and the bear bit a woman. Now,
what did the owner...
Was
it an emotional support bear?
No, he was just hungry.
Okay. Walmart's website states that only service animals outlined in the ADA, dogs and miniature horses, are welcome.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
The ADA does not apply to emotional support animals. And by the way, if you bring your dog in and your dog is reacting to every person walking past, I can guarantee you that is not an emotional support animal.
Well, it's not a service animal for sure.
Yeah.
Service
it's
animal completely.
Trained.
Yeah, service animal
Period.
Completely different than emotional support animal. You know?
Well, okay. Fact. You're right.
Yeah.
Fact.
But you could have a trained emotional support animal, I guess. But
you could, but most don't.
Most don't.
But it's still not recognized as. It's the ADA does not apply to emotional support animals.
Yes,
correct.
Silva
only applies to animals that are trained to perform a specific service in response to a disability. Or
Silva told the NBC News that he got the gator from a neighbor who could no longer care for it. The gator now spends much of her days in a pool outside and in a bathtub of water at night. Silva also has other reptiles, of course he does, including 6 snakes, a leopard gecko, a Komodo dragon, a second alligator, and a dog. Silva, who's a pastor at a Baptist church and a Brethren church, told the outlet he developed an affinity for reptiles, calling them very soothing. Yes.
Oh, I mean, yeah. There's a lot true about a lot of that, but not alligators.
What parts about other, like, are you saying like the
I'm saying there's a lot of reptiles. There's a lot of reptile pets in my family.
Yes, I know. So I'm sure that I will probably insult the Blair clan here, but I do not find any reptiles soothing.
Yeah.
Please note that was Shaggy that is disparaging the reptiles, not Mike the Ape Man. I'm not falling any further down this friggin' ladder. I'm sorry.
But there are no alligators in the family.
Maybe there should be. No. No. Don't they sell the little baby ones at the pet store that look like geckos, but they're actually like little mini alligators? Do they keep growing?
As long as they don't turn into a big alligator, it doesn't matter.
Well, no, they don't, because by the time they get that big, they turn into boots.
Yeah. Or handbags.
I have... No.
Maybe
I'm not gonna say it.
If they're small, they're turned into belts.
I recall walking
really small ones.
Gatorland Zoo.
Really small ones,
Florida,
wallets.
when I was a kid, and just walking between, I was like, y'all better, I'm like 10 years old. I'm like, y'all better just enjoy these days, because pretty soon, boots. You gonna be a belt. Then we took the airboat ride.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly, I felt not so safe. Like, somehow there was some kind of communication. Like there was a variant Loki, gator Loki, that communicated to everybody else. And, like, the gators were in the swamp and following our airboat. I didn't like it. So I don't insult them to their face anymore. Alligator tail is phenomenal when prepared correctly, I must say.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just don't get it. Reptiles in general stink. Don't like them.
You didn't like that. You didn't like the TV show V, did you?
Never watched it.
Because they were lizard people.
Nah, don't like it. The only lizard people worth a darn were the Nazis in the center of the earth. When you can get Hitler riding a dinosaur, that was kind of cool.
Oh God! All right,
but all right. So yeah, so you got to watch out for emotional support gators. The other thing you got to watch out for, evidently, is running out of mayonnaise. I put this on the white sheet kind of late, but did you guys know that it can be a life-altering decision if you run out of mayonnaise?
Because you buy the wrong mayo?
No.
Just then you find out that, why was I buying that stuff all the time? I should have been buying Duke's.
No, in this case, it was Hellman's. In this case, there was a Spanish cafe owner who is now being forced to rebuild his cafe after a customer committed arson against him because he did not get any mayonnaise for his sandwich.
Isn't mayonnaise just really like egg whites, oil,
eggs, oil, and acid,
and like a little vinegar or lemon juice? Isn't that pretty much?
Yep.
Right?
Yeah. Employees allegedly told the man they did not have any mayonnaise. He then left and went to a nearby gas station to buy a container of gasoline. He returned to the cafe. The man again asked for condiments. After being told they didn't have any, he doused the counter in fuel and set it ablaze.
Over mayonnaise?
Do you know what?
Yeah.
There's a pretty good chance that gas station probably had mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise?
You could just have been cheaper to buy that.
Yeah.
If you went inside and bought a container to put gas in,
yeah,
chances are they had mayonnaise.
Well, I mean,
I'm still not 100% sure if I want to be at a restaurant where, in a pinch, the chef can't make mayonnaise. It is one of the simplest condiments to make.
At this point, Hellman's is reaching out to the owner and saying, we can put you on an auto ship agreement.
Gee, thanks. How about helping me rebuild the counter that got burned down? Because you never told me about auto ship in the first place.
So, can you imagine that?
Oh, damn. Oh, wait, it's a Spanish restaurant, right?
Yes.
Well, why not going to hell?
Yeah. As a restaurant in Spain, not just, it's not a...
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that. Thank you for the clarification. I will still continue. Pues voilà. You forgot those. Turn out that's Mexican. It's so offensive. I can't do it.
Yes. So, don't forget the mayo.
Imagine the insult to injury on that one. Like your restaurant burns down, but you forgot to turn off auto ship, and the freaking pallet of mayonnaise shows up on your doorstep.
Be really bad. Be really bad if the firefighters were there putting out the fire, and then all of a sudden FedEx shows up with your shipment. Oh, man.
As they're cleaning up the debris, you find that one jar of Hellman's that somehow survived the fire as if by divine intervention.
Sorry, it was behind the mustard.
So it looks like, so there wasn't really that much damage from it. So it isn't like they burned down the cafe or anything. But
well, it was somewhere between $8,200 and $12,000. I mean, it's not chump change.
Yeah, it's not like when it first came up, I thought was Hellman's, going to help rebuild the cafe, and then I looked at it and said, "Oh, no, they didn't need to rebuild the cafe. They just needed to clean it."
I just think it was still funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Let's get a whole container of gasoline and set them ablaze.
Excuse me. I believe you have my mayonnaise. We'll put the counter on fire. I told you I needed mayonnaise for my jamon. I said no salt. No salt.
Oh.
I know Shaggy saw it. So he was talking about the addition to his house.
Mm-hmm.
So Blair Clan added a living room, kitchen, bathroom, and bedroom to our ensemble.
Oh, you did.
I don't know if you saw this.
We added a camper.
Mike? Yeah, we have a
Yeah, I
camper.
saw it.
All those things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so that camper and our other camper are now sitting opposite each other. There's a deck that the two of them are sharing, so they're going opposite directions, so that the doors face each other. They got a little compound there, and
So
it was a lot cheaper than Shaggy's money pit.
So you have a guest house, is what you're saying?
We have a guest house next to our guest house.
Yeah. So, I made the comment that it's a big step up from the murder toilet.
Yes,
which was
three campers away from the murder toilet at this point.
Yes. So, that's good. That's good. You guys are living the outdoor dream, I guess.
Yes.
You guys are going RV. That's for sure. So, and I see a big class A in your parents' future at some point, just hauling down the road on some 50-footer with triple slides and marble floors and LED lights in the ceilings and traveling the whole country.
Well, the new fifth wheel is 5K, so there's a big jump from 5K to Class A.
Yeah, but
it's you talked about 200 or so.
That's chump change. No. I'm thinking. I saw one the other day for like $750,000.
Oh yeah, you could do a million easy.
Yeah, I think that's really what you guys want. You know.
No, I think we're happy with the $5,000. As long as it lasts for several years, we're good, camper.
Nah, Mike, I think they need the big Class A, and somehow we need to pay to wrap it. You know, like PTR Radio. Mobile news station. Hype crew, something like that. No?
No, I'm shaking my head like Colin shakes his head half the time at some of this shit that come out your mouth. No.
Man.
No, you were even talking about getting a billboard at one point. You got some big ass dreams for.
I still think about that billboard. I still pass when I drive down the streets and I see the billboard that says, rent this sign. I still think, oh, billboard. Then I look them up every once in a while and I see how much they freaking cost. And I'm like, Jesus, that is stupid expensive for a sign. I'm like, that is dumb. Do they not know that they're old technology? They are not the wave of the future. It just would look impressive. But, whatever. Don't you want to see our name in lights, Mike?
At this point, I'm just happy to see the sunrise every day. My new standard response when people at work ask me, how you doing? I'm upright and not crying, so it's a win.
Well, I mean, you got construction going on at your house, too.
Deconstruction.
Well, yeah, but they got to fill in what they deconstructed.
They?
Well, I saw that they were going to bring something. So unless
they are bringing the dirt in now that I have deconstructed the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And let me just tell you something. A 50-year-old pool, when they say, oh, the slats are interlocking, they just slide up. No, they don't.
Well, not after 50 years.
Not after 50 years, they don't.
No, they kind of rusted.
PB Blaster, no, not rusted. It's aluminum, so it's kind of like anodized, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it was half buried. So what happens, you get silt getting in the joints, and basically between the freeze-thaw cycles and what have you, PB Blaster became my best friend. I sprayed down these slats and soaked the ever-loving bejesus out of most of them. And I got about halfway done with the pool. I said, the hell with this. I just ripped it down and started rolling it, using my body to like crease the panels and say, the hell with this. It's all in the back of my truck now. So tomorrow, pool gets taken to the scrapyard. We'll see how much they give me for it.
You gonna rake in your millions worth of aluminum?
Millions, yeah. If I'm lucky, a couple $100.
Well, tell them it's copper.
But yes, and then we get the hole filled in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, because I ain't moving all the dirt. Somebody else can do that. Yeah, so we are poolless in this house, and I used muscles I didn't even know I had taking that bitch apart.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no construction. We are deconstructing.
Mm-hmm. Till the next, item. I'm surprised she didn't want to expand the catio out that far.
You bite your damn tongue. No, we're not expanding the catio.
I mean, that would make sense. It's already kind of portioned off from the yard. You could just do like a tunnel from your existing one out there. You could like fence it in, and I mean, it's a big, nice area. It's already flattened down, so
No. Nope.
Yeah, nice. A catnasium.
Yeah. Oh, a cat Thunderdome. You could. Oh, that would be something, wouldn't it?
Thundercat Dome. There you go.
Yeah.
No more. No.
Yeah. Boy, think of how much they'd love that, Mike.
bad enough. Bad enough that the house down the road that was taking care of a couple of ferals in their backyards. The husband passed away last year, and she sold the house. And I guess the new people, while they are not being mean, they are not taking care of these cats. So guess where they're coming to be fed now?
Mm-hmm. So you've adopted 2 more cats. All right, that's great. I'm sure that's not hurting your pet food bill at all. So,
I gotta figure out how to claim these little bastards on my taxes. That's
that would be great, wouldn't it? If we could just get that tax break, added. Dependent pets.
I mean, I'm just glad the salt cap got increased a little bit for a little while. Jesus.
Yeah, see, we went from 2 dogs to 1 dog, and then came to find out that the remaining dog is infinitely happier not having another dog around.
Well, if you could write them off as service animals, then you could do that. If you foster pets, you can write off their expenses. 14 cents a mile for any charity-related driving. Ooh, if you have performance animals, you could write that off. Can your dogs do any tricks?
Animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, they poop.
Okay, well, they can poop on command. Got it.
They run in circles before they poop. So it's a show.
Pet insurance could be deductible. So yeah.
I was actually kind of hoping we were going to play a game instead of talking about pets and stuff. But
well, it's 20 minutes till. So do we want to get to the movie?
Yeah. Is it going to take us 20 minutes to discuss this movie?
Oh, probably not. So
probably not. Hopefully not. Depends how much you want to talk about the movie, Mike.
We can do it. We can do a game if you want to do a game.
Well, let's just revisit.
Okay.
A story we talked about last week.
All right. The Charlie Kirk
surgeon.
thing. All right, let's talk about that. No.
Surgeon who was obsessed with amputation porn.
Oh, yes.
Apparently, the plot thickens.
Okay.
We thought it was because he hooked up or got roped in with somebody who was in the man dubbed the eunuch maker, right?
Right, yeah.
He had sepsis and all. Well, it turns out that he also chopped his legs off and faked sepsis for a $600,000 payday from his insurance for death and dismemberment.
Oh.
$300,000 for each of his legs.
Well.
So not only was he a freak, getting all of with this amputee porn stuff, but he was a chiseler. He was a thief.
Yeah.
Insurance fraud. $600,000. Now I'm not saying that I would not give up a limb for $300,000. Maybe. I don't know. Some point I'm not going to care.
Yeah.
Right? You can maybe take my left hand, give me a hook. I don't know. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
But do you really think you're going to get away with this in this day and age? Because obviously you're communicating with this guy.
Yeah.
I still don't understand.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
Yeah. Although it is interesting to be able to know that when someone says something costs an arm and a leg, how much that actually is.
Well, there you go.
Oh, right.
Is an arm worth more than a leg or less than?
Need my out.
Let's
see. Let's see. Dismemberment payouts. Accidental death and dismemberment. No, okay. Actually, a limb is a limb.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
So, all right. All right, I have a short game we can play if you want.
Let's play a short game.
Okay.
Let's go for it.
It's the fabulous Would You Rather. Okay? So, we'll start with Colin. Would you rather be alone in the forest being chased by a bear or have 3 of your teeth broken with a hammer?
Okay, so here's the weird thing, is that being someone who's had their teeth broken in the past, as long as I have a good supply of Advil, I'll do the teeth and the hammer thing.
Oh, you're in the minority. Most of the people picked the bear. 47% picked hammer, 53% picked bear.
Want to be alone in the woods with a bear.
Yeah.
Well, being chased by a bear. So the bear is just in the woods. It's, that's not a pro.
Yep.
If I'm already being chased by the bear, then we're, Yeah.
All right. Mike, here's yours. Which would you rather do? Always speak all your thoughts out loud or never speak again, even in sign language?
Oh, my God. I guess speak my thoughts out loud. I mean, eventually, you gotta reach a Zen-like space where you're not thinking evil things.
You're gonna be like Jim Carrey in Liar Liar. Is that what it's like?
Like walking with Kim shopping in the mall and be like, "Hey, she ain't got no panties on. I can't." Eventually, you're just gonna learn to stop looking and stop speaking.
Well, you're in the majority, 57%. All right.
You told me sign language. I would have learned sign language.
All right.
Didn't say you couldn't write. I can still text people.
So here's the one for me. Which would I rather do? Lick the floor of a New York subway station. Oh, that is terrible. If it had been DC, that's one thing. Or the bowl of a public toilet. Neither one of those is terribly attractive.
Bruh. I know which one I'm picking.
The boy, I hate to say the subway station, but I think that it's it's probably the better choice. Maybe, I don't know. It's a bad choice no matter what, but yeah. And I'll hope that they just went through.
I'm going to ask a question. Have you ever ridden?
Who just went through?
I did it once, probably 20 years ago. Okay. And it wasn't good. I will tell you that. It wasn't good.
This does not explain your answer at all.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that it was 20 years ago.
I have been in a lot of public toilets, and they were very bad. Very, very bad. So, let's see here. Public
can
toilet
you pick
wins.
the public? If you can pick the toilet, then
yeah, then that's different, I guess. So, all right, last round here. Colin, you're up next. Would you rather be completely insane and know that you are insane, or completely insane and believe you are sane?
So, insane and know it.
PowerPoint for this one.
Insane and know it.
Yes.
Yes, 62% agree with you. All right. Oh, Jesus. I already know what that answer would be for Mike, so I'm not even going to do it. All right, here we go. Which would you rather do? Have sex in a dirty hotel bed or in a smelly public toilet?
I've been in the bed before, so I'm going to say that.
Okay. Oh, 57% went with the toilet. That was the winning percentage.
For real. Listen, hepatitis and gonorrhea live longer on a porcelain surface than they do on a bed sheet.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, God, this is terrible. Would you rather have an orgasm? Would I rather have an orgasm every time I sneeze or every time I yawn? Boy, though, well, yawn, because I cannot control sneezing as much as yawning. So, yeah.
Yawning, you're just going to be going to bed real freaking early every night.
62% said yawn. I'm in the majority there. All right.
Ambien going to be your friend.
Yeah, exactly. All right, there you go. So that takes us to about 10 till. That's a fun little game.
See, I do. We have a whiteboard in the common area at work where every week I put up a question, like a poll, like this. And last week, to give you an example, sometimes they're very mundane. Like I've done Coke versus Pepsi. You got to pick one. Last week's was Friends or Seinfeld. Which one stays? This week it is. You got to choose one for the rest of your life. Use a non-smart flip phone, or every TV show and movie that you watch is in black and white. This is for the rest of your life.
Oh, that's easy.
I think I'd do black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So far you guys are in the minority. There's only one person
I think that
out of.
Huh. People love color that much.
What would I do with a non-smart phone? I mean, I never talk to anybody on my phone, but why would I do something silly like that?
I mean, I lived through black and white TV. That's
the thing. We were
had.
old enough. All three of us are old enough that there were still black and white televisions around that we sometimes would watch.
Well, that was the first one in my room, was a black and white TV.
Yeah.
And when
I know, like my nephews try to get them to watch a black and white movie or something, and they just refuse because it just does not make any sense. So I can see, I think that's an age thing.
Well, at work, as of right now, only one person out of, I think it was like 12 or 13 votes, only one person has picked the black and white movie.
Huh. What?
Everybody else said that they would use a non-smart flip phone for the rest of their life.
What would you pick, Mike? What'd you pick?
I actually was going to go, I haven't voted yet, but my vote is leaning towards black and white because there ain't no way in hell I'm going back to T9 texting.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah. I know, exactly. I'm with you. So, all right. Well, let's get to this movie
I
review.
guess all I really need to do is say, look, I already have a 17. I'm not too addicted to my smartphone.
Yeah. All right, Mike, you are up for the summary of tonight's show. So, lead into it, man.
All right. So, what? Sam Hell. Soft. Anyway. So, a phenomenon has kind of swept America here. And it's a Netflix original movie called K-Pop Demon Hunt. I chose this, if you listened to last week's show, I wanted to throw this in the mix, even though it's completely outside of our normal realm of movies we would review, because of some of the records that this movie has broken. For example, it was the first Netflix film to finish in first place over the weekend in the movie theater. It made $19.2 million in its only weekend, and that was in 1,700 theaters. It is also the most watched Netflix property, surpassing the first season of Squid Game. This is the most watched title on all of Netflix with over 266 million views. So, what's the hype about it? The immediate first impression is that this is a modern update of that old show, Gem and the Holograms. Rockstar cover identity, superhero crime fighting when not performing. So, the new single in the movie, the one that I've heard at least 147 times during my drive back and forth to Maine. While I was up there, I did a little reading. Netflix released the sing-along version for this movie. That was the weekend it shot to #1. I was all, how did this happen? I suggested it because I wanted to try and understand how this happened. So, here's where Demon Hunters takes a twist away from Gem. Excuse me. There is a rival group comprised of demons trying to keep Huntrix from achieving their mission of protecting Earth from the demon realm. You with me so far? I hope so. We also have the social message here of a demon hunter who is half demon. The idea of someone who doesn't belong in either world, but wants to be accepted by one of them. Then we have the demon who's tired of being a demon and wants to jump ship. So when these two get together, I was immediately reminded of an animated movie from the 80s that was called Rock and Rule. The whole idea there was that everyone thought that the female lead was the voice that could keep evil from taking over. And the female lead was actually Debbie Harry from Blondie. But it was actually the combination of her voice and the male lead's voice, which was the lead singer of Cheap Trick. That was the one voice that was needed. So it wasn't just one person to save the world. It was the whole group, and they had to figure it all out. And of course, in the end, the Hunters are victorious because, well, they have to be. This is the start of a franchise. Winning the battle, creating a new legacy for themselves in the world with the Golden Hunan, or whatever the hell it's called. To be honest with you, I am still not sure. After watching this movie, I'm going to say 1.5 times because I went back a couple of times to try and figure some plot points out. I'm still not sure why this movie is been such a success. Could it be the fact that even though it's animated, you have strong female leads? Maybe one of them almost sounds like they're implying that she's transgender. Maybe the movie rides the K-pop wave that's taken. I don't know. Has plenty of catchy tunes that are actually getting airplay and hitting the Billboard Top 10. Maybe is that all it takes? I mean, this movie is kind of like an EGOT of animated films. You got a little bit of everything. Give it to Schneikes. I had to give it a smile. It's not normally my cup of tea. Would I go out of my way to watch this movie? No. I tried to educate myself on what the hell is going on with America, that this is the #1 movie on Netflix. I can kind of see the appeal, I guess. But really, I just wanted to generate the discussion about what the hell made this. Why is America obsessed with this movie? I don't understand. Shaggy, please help me out.
All right. So, like Mike, I am the old man yelling, "Get off my lawn." And what are you kids doing? Because I just don't get it. I watched this movie going, why is this such a phenomenon? because I don't get it. It's a cartoon, and it seemed to last forever. I mean, I look down and I'm like, this thing's only halfway through. When is it going to get over? When is the giant robot going to come and destroy Tokyo? I'm like, or when are all the tentacles going to come out? Because that's what these things do. I'm like, this is really pretty boring, actually. This is like a Japanese Barbie. So, it was
Korean.
Just whatever. I'm not going to say it, but you know what I'm thinking. So, I mean, according to Gemini, K-pop is popular globally due to its combination of catchy, diverse music, stunning and synchronized choreography, visually elaborate music videos, innovative fashion, and strategic marketing that leverages social media. Yes, all those things are in this movie, and I don't get any of them, other than the ridiculously sugary bubblegum pop sound of every one of the songs in this movie. And if Mike ever suggests another musical, that he gets his rights removed.
Wow, that's a bold statement considering some of the stuff you put on there. But go ahead.
I mean, this thing was just song after song after song after song. I thought I was at our local, Muni, watching a play of the King and I. It was just nothing but musical stuff. At least Anna and the Apocalypse had the occasional, good moment. So I am going to give this a meh because I just no. I watched the Avatar, not the Avatar. I watched the Airbender series, and I was more entertained than this. At least they had fire and ice and wind and stuff. No, I don't like this at all. So yeah, meh from me. And now to Colin and his probably glowing review. Go ahead, Colin.
What? Just because I have my own subscription to Crunchyroll and actually, like watching anime and Korean animated movies and stuff. No, I hated this. The animation style. It was shot on 2s, which means everything is very jerky because they wanted it to look like motion animation. It's terrible, and just really kicks me out of watching it because everything is just so jerky looking. And it's like 5 minutes in, I do the entire plot. So why am I watching 15 hours of this movie for a plot that I already could tell you what the entire plot was 5 minutes in? There was no surprise. It just kept going. Actually, the first time I watched it, I actually watched like half an hour and then skipped the end to watch the end just to see if it did anything. And then I did go back and fill it in because I did watch the entire thing. But later, I did that later. And no, there's no surprises. In fact, I was really annoyed because there's this plot point with the woman who's like the goddess, whatever, or was quite clear what she was supposed to be, but the woman who's like mentoring them, and all of the groups through time, and there's this whole blow up with her at the end, and that wasn't even resolved. It just kind of, maybe that's the sequel. I'm gonna go back and say
yes,
but it just was annoying.
Because I kept,
yeah, I'm sure, and because they didn't do the golden thing. The golden thing just kind of went away completely. So the end of the movie is they got back together, but they didn't actually do any of the things that they wanted to do. So you just kind of sitting there going, okay. So the only thing that surprised me is that they didn't actually complete the plot. Oh, okay. That's not enough. So I'm leaving it the same as Shaggy. But I'd rather go and watch all 26 episodes of Solo Leveling again, which is a lot more fun to watch. But that's a lot of TV to watch, than to watch this one again.
Okay, well, at least it's over. We can say that. At least it's over. All right,
yeah.
Mike, what is up next?
Hold on a second. We are, let's see, 1 through 38. Well, actually, no. Okay, 1 through 38.
28.
28. And Colin, you are up. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Clark doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about the world. Barely cares about himself. But after an incident with an old bowl of spaghetti and a malfunctioning microwave, he becomes a superhero that can fight crime with the power of spaghetti. However, you have to pay him. Colin, I am sorry, you are on point for Spaghetti Man on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
Woohoo!
I was going to say that there is a sequel to a movie that we reviewed coming out. I don't know when it's coming out, but I feel the need to possibly disqualify it before it even makes it to the list.
Which one? Nobody 2?
Ice Road Vengeance.
Oh, yeah. It has very little to do with ice roads. It's in Nepal.
Well, it is a sequel.
It is
to
a sequel
movie that we reviewed.
Yes, but it has he's going to bury his brother's ashes.
Yeah, on Mount Everest.
Yes,
and that's it. There is nobody else from the original movie.
Well, Liam Neeson.
Yeah, Liam Neeson. That's it.
Yes.
There is no one else from the original movie in this movie. And I don't recall them even talking about Mount Everest in the first one. Like,
no.
Where did that come from?
It didn't come from anywhere.
So this is Liam Neeson trying to get his parking validated after The Naked Gun. Because... So, yeah, let's be real... Let's be real clear that this is not going on the list.
I'm good with that.
Unless there's like some really good rumors out of him dating somebody from this movie too. And
no, I think we're good. I think we're okay on that.
Not a good. Yeah, because the first one was not good. If I remember correct.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great.
Jesus. The Ice Road. We gave it 3 smirks.
Okay, so it wasn't terrible.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I get it. Oh, I'm good with that. So. All right.
I was misremembering it as a different movie too.
Okay. Let's see here. Anyone else have anything?
No, not really.
All right, folks. So that'll do it for us. That means our next show will be on the 6th. That's right. October 6th will be our next show. So make sure to tune in then. Don't forget to tell your friends all about the show, and make sure to spread the word. Check out ptrradio.com. Also check out all of our social medias at PTR Radio. But most definitely, tell your friends all about us. Check us out, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, all those fun places where you can watch the video and stay in tune with what's going on with the show. And subscribe to the podcast, as always. So, with that said, we will see you in 2 weeks on the 6th. For everybody, I'm Shaggy.
I'm Colin.
I'm Mike the 8 Man.
Stick a fork in us, folks. We are done. Later.